Hey Internet, I'm John Appleseed. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel where we do crosswords and sometimes other fun puzzles or games. Let's do the Sunday New York Times Crossword puzzle for today, which is September 14th, 2025. The constructor is Daniel Grinberg. Will Shorts is the editor, and the title of the puzzle is Bird's Eye View. Try to remember that. It will give us a hint to the theme, as is usual with Sunday puzzles. And it's an unusual looking grid. Looks kind of like an anvil to me, I'm not sure. And then this is, we've got 4 gray squares with a black line around them. I don't know what that means. Bird's eye view. If we were looking at this as a bird, looking down at it from above, would it look like anything? Not that I can really tell. This might be a bird. This could be wings of a bird in flight with the legs hanging down there. I'm not sure. Okay, let's get into the puzzle. One across is a new high school student, a freshman. Sometimes a frosh is used for a freshman. Let's try that. 1 down, page for online answers. Frequently asked question lists, an FAQ. 2 down, stick up is to rob someone, to hold them up, to stick them up. 3 down, source of minerals. Let's try ore there. 4 down, part of many purses. A strap. Supplier of oxygenated blood for 19 crosses, the aorta. And then let's try strap for 4 down, part of many purses. 23 across looks like Cubert, the video game character. Yeah, orange creature in an arcade game. Cubert. It's buried to make peace. Let's bury the hatchet is the phrase. 26 across, supplier of 110 across. We'll come back to that. 6 across, they're here today, gone tomorrow. Don't know. 6 down, cost of a cab. That's the fare. 7 down, Baldwin of the Boss Baby. Alec Baldwin was the voice of the baby in that film, which I somehow missed. 8 down, imbecile. Could be fool. Well, I like fads for things that are here today, gone tomorrow. Imbecile could be dolt, maybe. 20 across is very similar, a lot alike. 9 down, overhead light with a question mark. A star is a light that is overhead in the sky, and the question mark to tell us it's not, it's a little jokey. 21 down, view from St. That's in the Alps, so you might see an Alp from there. 24 across, trees native to the Yukon. And that doesn't look right. Well, I like all those down answers. Maybe dolt. Could it be a regal something? Imbecile. Yeah, I don't know. 10 down, Gucci, who pioneered bamboo-handled handbags. The designer Gucci, what's his first name? It's an Italian name, I think. Aldo would fit with 4 letters. 11 down, auditorium, balcony. Could be a tier of seating in an auditorium. 10 across, complete. A to Z, maybe. 12 down, Cajun cooking staple is okra. And 13 down, does that begin with a Z? Shaving on citrus desserts could be the zest from a lemon or lime or other citrus fruit. So, trees native to the Yukon. This is zest. Alders. Okay, red alders could be a tree. And then dodo for the imbecile. Okay, red alders looks right. Supplier of... Okay. Is this the Roadrunner? Devious character who's the subject of this puzzle. Roadrunner or Wile E. Coyote. I think it's Wile E. Coyote. Is it E. Coyote? Wile E. Coyote. This is the Warner Brothers Roadrunner and Coyote cartoons. I think this black shape is the Roadrunner, going meep meep and running down the road, while the Coyote tries to drop an anvil on him, which will somehow end up falling on the Coyote. And the Coyote got all of his rockets and anvils and safes and everything from the Acme Corporation. Okay, so nice throwback to my childhood where I spent many hours watching Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner and Porky Pig cartoons. Okay, 14 across is Swanky Tokyo Shopping District. The Ginza kind of rings a bell. I'm not sure. 14 down, You Have My Blessing. Don't know. 22 across, Shaped Like a Kiwi Fruit. Oval or ovoid, they're kind of egg-shaped, I think. 25 across, Young Bucks Say. Nope, 15 across, Russian ruler nicknamed the Money Bag. Probably Ivan the first or the fifth. I don't know how many Ivans there were. 16 down, This Very Moment, Now. 17 down, Wine, also known as Primitivo, familiarly. Don't know that. 18 down, Purchased Spots are ads, spots that are purchased. Let's try Ginza. I may have that wrong. Zinfandel is a familiar. Zin is a familiar way to refer to Zinfandel. Maybe Zinfandel is a Primitivo, and then that fits with ovoid for the egg-shaped kiwi fruit. 14 down, You Have My Blessing. Go forth, maybe. Young bucks could be fawns. Fawns are young deer. Okay, go forth and conquer, prosper. 32 across is Some Tots Transports. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. Okay, so I don't know what that is. The 29 across is Delphi, the locale of the Oracle of Apollo, the Oracle of Delphi. 36 across, All Hallows blank. All Hallows Eve is the night before All Hallows Day, or Halloween in the U.S. 37 across, Trees on the National Mall. I think that's elms. 44 across is Celebration dedicated to a saint. A festival, something like that. 48 across, Italian for year, I think is anno. 52 across, Voice of Wile E. Coyote. Many of the Warner Brothers characters are voiced by Mel Blanc. It is Warner Brothers, isn't it? Am I thinking of the wrong company? Rundown. To demean or I don't know. 30 down, tied up, evened the score, you tied the score, with little excess. 45 down is Blank Story, Sob Story. 27 down, Certain Taco Topping. Mild salsa. I do enjoy my salsas mild. So a feast day would be the celebration of a saint. Match up as two devices is to sync them for 39 down. 38 down, Prime Retail Area could be Main Street. It says there's an abbreviation in the clue. 57 across, Liverpool's Borders. There are two L's at the end. Each end of Liverpool is a letter L. I think that's what that is. 56 across, Confectioner said to have co-created Rocky Road ice cream. Okay, Joseph Eady, the ice cream maker. So it's defame for rundown. Yes, that fits. And then leanly, to be done in a lean manner with little excess. Okay, 40 across is a Nintendo character with a long, sticky tongue. Don't know that. 46 across, Vessel that infuses and pours. No. 46 down, R&B group with a #1 hit, Waterfalls. I don't know that. 40 down, Oscar-winning Michelle. Michelle Yeoh, maybe. 41 down, Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum site. Maybe Oahu in Hawaii. 42 down, Dazed and Confused. Nope. And 28 down, or I don't know how to spell those in a way that gives you the correct intonation. A long, sticky tongue for a Nintendo character. Okay, not one of the games I've played. 50 across, Lindsay, who played both twins in 1998's The Parent Trap, the remake of the Haley Mills movie. I think Lindsay Lohan there. 54 across, artist and co-creator of 91 and 110 across. So Wile E. Coyote and probably another character. The artist and co-creator. I don't know. TLC is an R&B group. And Chuck Chuck Freeling or something like that. I think it's Chuck is the name of the animator for those characters. Let's try Michelle Yeoh. So this is a tea something, a vessel that infuses and pours the tea. 42 down, dazed and confused. Or 58 across, Bowie collaborator Brian, probably Brian Eno. Common crossword answer. 55 down, day in Dijon is jour, the French word for day. Un jour le diable vint sur terre. 47 down, stand-up comic Margaret is Margaret Show. 33 down, Big Blank Burger, a fictional Hawaiian fast food chain in pulp fiction. They talk about the Big Kahuna burger, don't they? 34 down, cream that's said to combat dark circles. Some kind of eye something. 35 down, holding the biggest grudge, probably ends in EST. Trikes can be tots. Transports. 43 across, Emmy-winning actress Eda Beery. I think it's Ayo that gives me confidence for EYE beginning the eye cream clue. Ayo, I think that's right. The sorest, you're sore about your grudge. A tree, a T what? I don't know. 51 across, monumental, huge, Chuck Jones. Fritz Freeling and Chuck Jones. I think that's who it is. Okay, let's put in Chuck Jones there. 59 across, key that a Mac lacks. I don't see an Alt key on my Macintosh keyboard that I'm using to solve this, so let's put that in. I don't know the Nintendo character. Spacey for Dazed and Confused, maybe? I think not. So this is not And Yoshi is a Nintendo character I've heard of, I think from the Mario game. So it's probably go for it, not go forth, for you have my blessing. And it is a tea pitcher that would infuse and pour the tea. Okay, that section is done. 60 across, 1949 short that marked the first appearance of the Coyote, and 91 across is probably Roadrunner. Don't know. 69 across, left-wing activist movement. Antifa. Maybe, that fits. 77 across, emulate an owl to hoot. Soft through the dark, the hoot of an owl in the sky. Sad though his song, no bluer was he than I. So we get the hoot of an owl. I don't know 81 across, apropos. It's apt. Apt is a synonym for apropos. And then 88 across is a signature sound of what I think is the Roadrunner, and his sound was meep meep. 82 across is it pumps up the volume. An amplifier would do that for an instrument. 71 down, head over head, could be a totem. It has a series of heads stacked on each other, a totem pole. 89 down, raw fish dish, I think poke from Hawaiian cuisine. 62 down, tummy toning tool. No. 83 down, renowned New York City venue for divas. The Met Gala, or the Met something. 78 down, vocally combined talking and crooning. Something I try to do in every video, not at the same time. Is that like a recitative? Is kind of the talking, singing thing? Not really a crooning. I don't know what it is. Is it speak? Something? Partner of a pestle for 93 across is a mortar. Mortar and pestle is how they make guacamole for one thing, and then also grind up pharmaceutical products. Eccentric, kooky. And 90 down, Bia Batinsky is to pry in things that don't concern you. Let's stay up here. Figure out what those gray squares mean in a minute. 72 down, sax. Who invented the saxophone? I think his name was Adolf. He was Belgian. I visited Belgium and learned about him as part of my reading on Belgian culture. Quite a big music scene in Belgium. Also home to Toots Tielmans, the harmonica master. 61 down, that feels incredible. Could be ah. 62 down, silence enforcing dock is a non-disclosure agreement. 63 down, avoid as a falling anvil. We've got the anvil right above us and the roadrunner below us. I don't know what it is. 64 down, spokeswoman in progressive commercials, that's Flo. 65 down, rising. Upward, maybe. 66 down, some megafauna, informally, so large animals. Don't know. 67 down, summer cabin, maybe. Hmm. 78 across, closely tracking, shadowing. 73 across, horse, blank horse. No, 80 across, love letters. And 68 down, go blank. Boston cheer, maybe go Sox, the Red Sox. Not sure the name of this short cartoon. A trotting horse? What is the horse there? Love letters. You might sign a love letter XOXO, hugs and kisses. Or kisses and hugs, I think. Or is it hugs and kisses? Does the X represent the arms and the O represents the mouth? I don't know. 87 across is Blank Wong, co-star of Always Be My Maybe. I think that's Ali Wong. 76 down, word after film or Pinot. You can have a Pinot Noir or a Film Noir. 75 down, rod and a hot rod. A hot rod is a souped up car that would have an axle to spin the wheels. Actress Flug. Not sure, but I think 73 across is Trojan horse. Maybe this is Joanne Flug or Joanna, maybe. 84 across is what a queen may lay. Queen ant would lay ant eggs. They wouldn't lay, I think they always lay more than one. Megafauna, rhinos. Rhinos, I guess, are large animals. 67 down, summer cabin. And 91 across, that's the roadrunner. Target of the coyote. 94 across, broadband connection in brief, DSL connection. A rental might be a summer cabin. Furry, furious. Fast and Furious. Was that the name of the first Roadrunner cartoon? 60 down, be part of the crowd within is to fit in. It falls in the fall. A leaf does that. I did not know this. Fast and Furious. Okay, furry reference to the coyote. You might dodge a falling anvil, hopefully. And I predict in the comment section. Well, I'll comment on this at the end. I don't think this G and E doesn't follow the normal convention of crosswords to never have a letter by itself without being connected to another letter. 95 across, North Carolina college town is Elon. And let's move back over here and see what's going on with these gray squares. 98 across, that's useful information. No, 98 down, modern locale of ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon is now what is now known as Iraq. 99 down, you to Shakespeare. Thou or thee. 116 across, in Honduras. Que is what in Spanish. 100 down, ozone layer issue. The hole in the ozone layer. Then P, or to Pythagoras, that would be a Greek letter rho, not a P. And 112 across, company that once offered 50 free hours CDs would be AOL. 82 down, tummy toning tool. I want ab roller. Is it beep beep? 69 down. Captain in a classic novel is Captain Ahab of Moby Dick. An ab roller is the exercise tummy toning tool. So beep beep. I think he says meep 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 meep. I guess it's beep beep. I'll allow that. An ab roller for the tummy toning tool is this little help sign. Sometimes the coyote. I think there were a couple cartoons where he spoke, but generally neither character spoke. Beep beep or meep meep was the only dialogue. But sometimes the coyote, when he realized the anvil was, he was standing in the wrong spot and the anvil was going to fall on him, he'd hold up a little sign that says, help. That's what is going on here. Let's try the Metropolitan Opera for the venue for divas. So yeah, that's the help sign. It helps for that useful information. Is this speak sing for the talking and crooning combination? Dubois' portrayer in the film A Streetcar Named Desire. Don't know that. Bert's best buddy is Ernie. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time oh so fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Bert and Ernie rag on for mercilessly mock. A mother hen, can build a nest. Is this, was Vivian Lee in Streetcar Named Desire? Is Marlon Brando, role he's well known for. Gio Ponti, I don't know the architect Ponti, I'm going to guess Gio fits there. Okay, so I think this is Lee. I don't know if that's Vivian Lee or somebody else. All right, let's try that. 97 across, personal trainers count. Count the reps. Come on, give me one more. 101 across, unscheduled slots. Nope, 110 down, awe. To wow someone is to awe them. 111 down, blank heard enough. I've heard enough. 101 down, accented exclamations. Olays would be an exclamation in Spanish-speaking venue, and they would have an accent over the E. 102 down, 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner brand is Pert. And 97 down, Witherspoon of A Wrinkle in Time. I didn't know she was in that. Reese Witherspoon. Haven't seen it. Read the books when I was in junior high. 85 down, energy-saving vehicle, a green car. Unscheduled slots are open something. Supervised is oversaw for 114 across. 118 across, part of Wayne's World. I think that's John Wayne, a Western star. Gulp down for Duzzle, or gulp down for Guzzle, which is 86 down. Lack of a voice. No, I have no say. I have no voice. 103 down. Paris's Panthéon, 4-1. Don't know. 104 down. Latin list shortener in brief. Et al. And others in Latin. 115 across. The upper limit is a cap. 119 across. Non-kosher sandwich in brief. Could be a bacon, lettuce, and tomato. BLT. 105 down. Risque message is a sext. I think I've made this mistake before. It's max, not cap, for the upper limit. Sext is a risque text message. Open dates are unscheduled thoughts, and I guess the Pantheon is a tomb in Paris. T will finish the puzzle. Okay, a little bit over 20 minutes, so kind of difficult. Here's the anvil. We get some shading from the developers to show us what's going on. An anvil about to fall. No, that's the coyote. That's not the Roadrunner. The shading tells us that's his brown and tan markings, and this is his sign. This little stick here is the help sign. The coyote is about to get hit by the anvil that he tried to launch at the Roadrunner, but it went up the mountain and down around, and now it's falling on him, and he's holding up the help sign. That's funny. This G and this E, normally, kind of by convention, I know that obviously not a hard and fast rule because this one violates it, but there's no, if you didn't know what the word dodge was, there are no crossing words to help you fill in the G and E. But I think for the sake of the coyote and the artistic representation here, I think we can allow that for crossword artistic license. Are there any other little nuances to these black squares? Tomb. Not that I see, but I like that. That's clever. Okay, so some call back to my childhood watching the Roadrunner cartoons. I think I like Bugs Bunny better, but as a character, but Roadrunner was funny. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today. Please come back for more puzzles and games, and I'll see you next time.